Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone. This is your future fairy potato, JustAPotato, and welcome to another video of Cosmic Frontiers. And in this episode, we will be getting our first pieces of aluminum dust. In the previous episode, we did this bronze boiler, this large bronze boiler. At the current speed I have it set it up, we are producing 6 amps of low voltage energy, which we are processing through these 6 steam turbines into an 8 battery buffer with a lot of sodium batteries. We are feeding this with some charcoal and creosote oil, and both of them are burning to produce as steam. Now this machine can produce up to 800 liters per tick of steam. That means that it can fit around 12 low voltage amps. But we have it at 50% usage. The throttle is at 50%. So we are burning less fuel to produce less steam, enough to feed all of those 6 steam turbines. We are getting both creosote and charcoal from here, this small coke oven setup, from which we are producing a surplus of charcoal. And of course all of this is stopped because we are full of creosote. So once all of this creosote is burned, it will start producing more charcoal. For all of that, we had to enter into some create contraptions. We have here a small steam boiler, which we are using to produce stress units. I also have this small setup here to charge these copper tanks from create. And the tree farm is something very basic. As you can see, there are a lot of items, and this produces quite a bunch of wood. So it is pretty nice. It is pretty nice. So in this episode, I mentioned that I want to get some aluminum dust. I don't think we are going to be processing this into aluminum ingots yet. For that, I need to build an EBF, an electric blast furnace, and for that, I want to set up a bit more machines. So yeah, we are going to leave that for the next episode, maybe. For now in this episode, I do want to get some aluminum dust, some of this aluminum dust. And for this, we do need to get into some ore processing. There are a bunch of ores that give us aluminum, especially gems. They are the ones that give us, that we can get the most aluminum from. But there are something like spodumene that also give us some aluminum. But for that, we need to enter into a bit of ore processing. And because we are also going to need some resources to process them to get aluminum, we also need to get some mining done. But you know what? I am quite tired of using the hammer to manually mine stuff. So maybe it is time to get into some basic miners. Yes, we are going to be crafting a lot of machines. A lot. So for this, we will need a lot. A lot of basic electronic circuits. We will use one of them to get our first LV sensor, and with this we can actually craft a couple more of them, and with this we can get 3 basic miners. We also want 3 low voltage aided battery buffers. We are going to use this to give energy to our basic miners. We will need a thermal centrifuge, a basic distillery, and a basic ore washer. So I'm going to put them here just for now. I don't think it's going to be the last position for all of these machines. Now what we are going to do is first create some distilled water. This is going to feed our ore washer. We can just do this. And then connect this one here. Connect up. And then we can just connect this here and here. And lastly here. Nice. We will also need a electric pump. So we can extract water from here. And I think we need another pump. One more pump. You know what? I actually forgot something. Import. Nice. And now we are filling water to our distillery and to the input hatch here. And what we can do now is start distilling some water. Okay, there's a zombie with a backpack near. We will be doing program circuit 1, and with this we should be getting distilled water. Yes, we can auto export like this, and we should be getting distilled water into our basic ore washer. Nice. Now let's grab here our high pressure steam thing. So we are just going to put this in here. Let's make sure this is connected. And we are going to start processing some lepidolite in order to get lithium. We are going to use lithium to get better small batteries. This one will hold 3 minutes of power. The sodium batteries that we are using right now, they hold 125 seconds. So basically 2 minutes. So it's going to be a bit better. From here we have to do this, and we will be getting crushed lepidolite. What we want to do then is ore wash this crushed lepidolite, which will give us a chance for lithium. That's why we want distilled water. This will make the process a bit quicker and also making it saving on energy. There's it, 1 lithium dust. Now this purified lepidolite, we can thermocentrifuge this, but actually we are just going to leave it like that. We are not going to be further processing this. If we further process this, we can get calcium, refined lepidolite. And from this we can also get aluminum and lithium, but we need Mb. So yeah, what we are only going to do is process this crushed lepidolite, and that's how we get lithium. Now a second thing we could process as well is spodumene. This will also first get us some aluminum dust in the ore washer, and then if we central centrifuge this, we can get some lithium dust from here. And yeah, that's all. We cannot use the macerator way, because in order to get... What are you doing here? In order to get the byproducts from macerators, we need at least an HV macerator. So yeah, it is not something that we are going to be using yet. Now with our first pieces of lithium, what we can do is first grab some of the battery holes, and we can put this into the canner together with the lithium. And 2 pieces of lithium and 1 small battery hole will give us 1 small lithium battery, which holds 3 minutes of power. Very nice. 8 lithium batteries. We are going to quickly recharge them here. Like this. And we just have to wait. It's going to take a bit of time. So, all of these small lithium batteries are charged now. We can grab 8 more and charge them here. And while this one charges, let's find a vein to dig. Now here I've been mining a bit of iron because I needed some. We are going to use a miner here, but before putting the miner here, there is a sapphire vein around this place, like right here. And sapphire is, I think, is what we are going to be using to get our first pieces of aluminum. So either green or regular sapphire, both we can macerate them. When we ore wash this with distilled water, we have 33% of aluminum dust. After this, if we thermal centrifuge this, we get some refined sapphire and green sapphire dust. And this one, if we electrolyze some sapphire dust, we get aluminum dust. So I think that for starting, it's going to be a good resource to use. I think later we can use clay, but for that we need an MV electrolyzer, and it's not something that we can do right now. So yeah, sapphire is going to be a good starter for us. Now I really don't know if I need to put the miner near the place I want to mine, or if I can just put it on the surface. I suppose I need to put it on near the place I need to mine. I hope so. So here's the sapphire ore. I want to go up it to the center, and we can actually raise the level by 1. Yeah, I think we can start mining here. So let's grab let's grab the miner, the low voltage battery buffer. We can move this to the side. And this one, the output, I would like it on the top if possible. I don't think it's possible. So let's put it on the side. Let's put a chest with 2 stack upgrades. I suppose this auto outputs by default. And we can put some lithium batteries here. And this will start mining all of the ores in a 17 by 17 area. Very nice. Now all of this should be enough energy for 800 blocks or something. So basic miners, it takes 8 EU per tick, and it takes 8 seconds per block. There is 20 tick in 1 second. So it will use 160 EU per second. This times 8, 1280 EU per ore mined. There is, as you can see, 960,000. So 960,000 divided by 1280. 750 blocks. So everything here will be enough to mine 750 blocks. That's a lot of stuff. But yeah, we are getting stuff. Let's also make sure we are force loading this chunk. Okay, why is this... why has this stopped? What's going on? Okay. This is weird. This is very weird. There is it. Okay, I need to do this for everyone. So yeah, this was weird. It was very weird. This didn't... this stopped producing. But now I suppose it fits. And probably we should also be getting the coal, right? I hope so. Yes, we are getting coal and creosote. And this is working back again. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, this should have charged by now. Yes. Let's set up the other miner in this magnetite vein I have here. So right here. Let's set it up around this place. This block here. Let's put the basic miner. The battery buffer. You export there. You export to the side. And I forgot the chest. Now what we can do is put the chest here on this side. We put two stack upgrades. And we can put all of the batteries here on the buffer. And this will start mining some magnetite, gold, and vanadium magnetite from here. Yes, and maybe some olivine and glauconite sand and bentonite. Maybe. But we are looking for these 3 ores here. How is this one going? Is 1/4, almost 1/4 out. And we have 21 sapphire and 20 green sapphire. And a lot of almandine. It is true that almandine is a lot what you get from here. This one we can also process it for aluminum. But that's at MV tier. It's not really that useful for us right now. I mean, we can also get aluminum from thermal centrifuge in this. So yeah, I mean, we still get aluminum. But of course, our best way is going to be sapphires for now. Look at this vein here. Yes, we are going to put the last miner in a tin vein. I think that's going to be the best. I'm running out of tin. And I do need some. I think this is going to be a good place to start mining the cassiterite. So let's put a miner, the low voltage, the chest with 2 stack upgrades. And let's start mining. There's it. Now from this vein actually, we are not only getting cassiterite and tin, we also getting redstone and cinnabar, which are also two resources that we might be interested in. Especially cinnabar. From that we can get mercury. And mercury we can use it on a chemical bath to get some extra resources. From magnetite, for example. Now, in the time that we were setting up all of the miners, and I've been crafting one more centrifuge and planning what I want to do with this part of the room, we've got this much of sapphires. I don't think it's really bad. It's just enough to get our first pieces of aluminum, and we will need some aluminum right now in order to produce the basic gas collector and the basic cutter. So let's start with all of the processing of the sapphire to get aluminum. The first thing that we want to do is get this into a forge hammer, sorry, a macerator, and then a forge hammer. So let's throw this here, and the other 27 sapphire in here. And after 20 seconds, a good old 20 seconds, we will be getting some crushed sapphires. Now after processing most of our crushed ores, the crushed ores we are going to throw them into the basic ore washer. And after some seconds, we should be getting purified green sapphire, stone dust, and a chance for aluminum. There is it, aluminum dust. Now this purified, we can throw them into the thermal centrifuge. Yes, we throw the purified into the thermal centrifuge. And after 20 seconds, we should be getting refined ore and sapphire dust. The refined ore, this one, we can only forge hammer this for now. And we get dust. And this dust, whenever we have 5 of them, we can put them in the regular centrifuge. And we will get 2 of aluminum and some oxygen, I think. Yes, and 3 buckets of oxygen. Very nice. Of course, this sapphire dust is also a chance, so we are not going to get it always. But it is always good to have some, and that's how we get our first pieces of aluminum. So I went and grabbed all of the batteries from the miners. Some of them still have some charge, but I want to recharge them all. While we are doing that, let's continue with some machines that I want to have. So for that we will need one more centrifuge, and we will need a distillery. For the basic cutter, we need a cobalt brass saw blade, and for this we will need some cobalt brass. This is quite easy to get: 7 brass, 1 aluminum, and 1 cobalt dust. I have some cobaltite here. I only need 1. 7 brass we have here. We have a bunch of aluminum, and then with the ingot we only have to macerate it, and we cannot use this. It has to be a macerator. Okay, this is not poisonous. It's weird. I don't know how all of this poisonous thing works. But if we mix the three of them with a circuit number 1, 7 brass. Oh, brass. It's different. So, 7 brass, 1 aluminum, and 1 cobalt dust after 45 seconds. That's a bunch of seconds. We will get cobalt brass dust. We can burn this. Let's get more batteries recharged. We get cobalt brass ingots, and this one we can press them. We can bend them into plates, and we can get our brass buzz blade saw, or cobalt brass buzz saw blade. And with this we can craft the basic cutter. So let's set a chest here very quick. This chest above the basic ore washer will have a hopper upgrade, so we can just throw everything in here and it will hopping into the basic ore washer. And here we can start processing some other resources, for example magnetite. We have to keep all of this working. Anyway, let's continue with this side of the wall. Here we need some machines. We'll need a cutter and a basic distillery. Now we'll put the cutter here on the top and this basic distillery here on the side. Now I hope this is enough putting fluid pipes. But what we are going to do is steal some of the creosote. We're buffering here and transfer it here. I'm trying my best to to make this as less spaghetti as possible. So with all of this, we should be able to connect this pipe. And we can send creosote in both directions, 9 aluminum. It is a little, just little, but I mean it's fine until we get a better way of getting aluminum using electrolysis. But for now it is just fine. So now this has creosote. For lubricant we need circuit number 1. It is producing lubricant and we can auto output to the site and we are getting lubricant here. Nice. And we are still getting creosote here on our boiler. So it is very nice, very nice. Now the cutter, we want this in order to make the air collector. The basic air collector, it needs a fluid filter. And for fluid filter we basically need either lazurite, lapis plates or sodalite plates. These 3 plates, they must be done on a cutter, I suppose, because they are considered gems, so that's why. And for this we need to compress either of those three resources into a block. Now let's throw this here. After 12 seconds we should be getting 9 plates. Yes, 9 plates. Now we come here and with these 8 zinc foils we can do the fluid filter, and with this we can get our basic gas collector. Now I would like to put the air collector here next to the distillery, but then I wouldn't be able to get power into it. I think I'm going to move the distillery here and then I'll put a fluid pipe above. I think I'm going to do that. So this is better. This is a bit better. And what we can do is put a centrifuge here. We can put a cable on the top, connect it here, and then the gas collector. I'll pause this distillery for now. And what we can do is, for air, we need circuit 1. And then this will collect air. 10 buckets of air. We will auto output on the bottom. And the air we can centrifuge this. 80 seconds. 80 seconds is a lot. We get 3 buckets of nitrogen and 1 bucket of oxygen. The nitrogen, we are going to send it into our future blast furnace. And the oxygen, we are going to put it in our arc furnace. Let's put the arc furnace here. I need to move this now. Can I centrifuge glue? No, I can't. Nice. So I'll throw the glue here for now. Nothing happens. Let's grab the oxygen. Let's throw it here. We can put the output to the side. And we can auto output fluids in here. And because we have 1 bucket of oxygen here, this will work like a filter. So only oxygen will come to the arc furnace. Now I suppose this is not the this is not the best way of getting oxygen for a arc furnace, but it works. For now this works, so this is what we have. Later we will be able to centrifuge some ores that will give us some oxygen, so we can just transfer this into the arc furnace as well. But for now, this is going to be our supply of oxygen. But now with oxygen we can get both a rough iron from, for example, a block of iron in an arc furnace. With half a bucket of oxygen we get 9 ingots of rough iron. And if we grab a block of copper, same on a arc furnace, with a bit more of oxygen than with rough iron, we will be getting annealed copper, which basically help us on having cheaper circuits as well. We get more vacuum tubes, and if we make this into fine annealed copper wires, we can also get cheaper, well, more resistors from the same recipe. So yeah, at the end, a big upgrade. really great upgrade for our needs. Now to finish with the episode, let's just centrifuge some of these sapphire things. Oh, it's electrolysis. I'll just steal the electrolyzer I have here. It's not being used, so let's throw it here. And we get a lot of oxygen. That's good for our arc furnace. And we also get aluminum. And by the end of the episode, we got our first stack of aluminum. Very nice. And of course we got this wall populated. And now we are giving some use to our large bronze boiler, which is again not running at its maximum capacity. This is enough to feed 6 steam turbines, so that's very nice. 77 pieces of aluminum. Very nice, very nice. To start, I think it's a very nice progress. Let's go and refill our miners. So let's throw some batteries in this miner here. Let's also give some batteries into this miner here. And finally, let's give batteries to this last miner. But anyway, with a bunch of machines on my back, this is the end of the episode. As always, if you're still here, thank you for watching. And next episode, before saying goodbye, I really don't know what to do next episode. So there are 2 options. We can either go for the EBF. This is one option. Or we can get into blue alloy dust and blackstone ball, and maybe get some mana steel. We need to do both either way in order to get our first good electronic circuit. But yeah, the question is what to do first. I think I'll first do the EBF, because following this path we can actually use ethanol as a combustion generator fluid. And this, I think, basically generates the same as steam. At least on MV, as far as I'm concerned, it generates the same as steam. But this is kind of sustainable. So you only need some ethanol to start producing more. But yeah, we've just we've just upgraded our steam production, so I don't think it's going to be a must. Anyway, we will need the EBF to get mana steel. So I think next episode we will focus on this side of the quest line. We will get our first electronic blast furnace, and our first ingot of aluminum, and our first piece of arsenic triacide dust to get gallium arsenite. And yeah, I think this is the path we are going to do. We are going to enter into the EBF. The following episode, we will get into getting mana steel, and the episode next to that one, we will finish with all of the last things that we need. So the diodes, phenolic printed circuit boards, and the good electronic circuit, in order to get our first basic circuit assembler. And in the episode next to that one, we will get into MV. I think that's going to be a good plan. So yeah, we are basically 4 episodes left into LV, and then we are entering MV. This is so this is so exciting. This is so exciting. But anyway, this is the end of the episode. Now it is the end of the episode. If you're still here, thank you for watching. And as always, I hope you have a better day, because it can always be better. And I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.